and I might need an assistant. We'll see what happens. So it's always harder to do the deeper valley side rather than the open side. So I start with the more difficult side. And again, I'm gonna focus my heat on the tube that takes longer to heat up, because the other one, when I am just going to keep that flame moving, but what I want to do is have that center spot heat up at the same time. And it's going to be a challenge because I can't really see color right now. This hood on. Again, see, I like to, looks like it's getting close. Okay, there's one. Now what's going to happen is this is going to pull and lift this thing. So if somebody, is there like a piece of something heavy we could set in there to kind of pull that down? Maybe. Oh yeah, that'll work. No, this will work. There. I might need an assistant. If someone could keep just a little pressure on that, not enough to pull it out of the, just a light pressure. So now I'll come back in and do the same thing on this side. Yeah, so lost my adjustment.
Go on.
So it's here, trying to find this balance of the right temperature flame, so you're not basically, you don't want to have to wait forever to work, but you want to go so fast that you feel like you're controlling the move. You want to be able to control the flame. So right now, I don't know if you can see this, but I can really see the front lighting up nicely. So I know I'm getting close. I can kind of feel a little bit of thinking. I'm probably getting close, so I'm just kind of testing. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, just keep it set. Probably a little hot. So now we have essentially joined this tack.
You guys know what he's saying when he says it's wetting? You guys see it?
The flux actually looks like water.
Yeah, it starts out like toothpaste and then it gets like glassy.
Yeah. So it really, and when you practice it, you see it happen. It's definitely. So basically, now what I'm going to do is I need to connect the dots here. And one thing, because this isn't in a fixture, it's not tacked to a whole triangle. If I loosen this up too much, essentially I'll break my packages while I'm trying to braze it. So it's going to be a little kind of I'm going to kind of fake it like this. So typically, what I like to do when I do a fillet braze is I like to continue to focus on the center line points of the braze, and then as a last, so I'll build up essentially the area, I'll expand the area of the tack at the top and bottom, and then when I get those to the depth of fill I'm really happy with, I'll basically work on the sides and fill the sides in last. I think to me that's you have the best chance of keeping the flame in alignment if you do it that way. So now what I'm going to do. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find what gravity works for me. Maybe it'll be easier for you guys to see. So I'm going to set this where it's basically as neutral as I can get it. Try not to burn anybody, but and instead of, I'm going to work on basically the side of the tack for starters. So I'm going to keep my flame moving, and I'm going to have that little 50 out there. Let's see what happens. Probably would have been worth seeing all that. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and expand that tack without breaking it. I'm loosening it up and focusing my heat on the left side of the tack. And again, most of my heat is really going to the paper tube, to the head tube. And I was going to basically see that tack loosen up when right now this went out on me. I saw the tack basically dissolve rapidly. And I'm going to just add in material and build up that side of the tack. Give that a chance to set up just a little bit, and actually I might need to rotate it just a little bit like that. And now I'm going to go back to the other half. almost all of the hedges. I can see it letting out some grass in there. And when I think things are getting out of control, and I feel like it's getting too warm, and the grass is just really getting too wet, and not clear to fill it, and it's letting out underneath the roof, everybody's back off. And knowing when to pull the cord up. So essentially what now is I fortify the pack on both sides, so I can come in now and essentially I'm going to try and even out the fillet at this point, and sort of bridge those, essentially dress up or build up the center where I started the pack. And here's where gravity is our friend. So I'm just going to kind of massage it here and make the grass smooth. And basically it's going to go in the direction of the heat. So I'm kind of whipping it in the shape that I want it to go into with the flame. And the more you get to a point where the more you mess with it, the worse it looks. And I'm just about to that point. And I don't know any problem. So that's to me that's enough. That's a good start. And I'll come on this side. It's going to be hard to see this because of the miter angle. And we'll do what we can here. So again, I'm going to start by not breaking the pack and working on one side of the pack. Keep the flame moving and focus in. Lost my judgment. This doesn't take much to knock this one over the judgment, so be very aware of that. And basically, overall, happy with how hot my flame is, the amount of time it's taking to get up. I'm not feeling rushed. It's not so hot I can't work with the shape of the fillet. If your flame is too hot, your whole stack of grass, your whole pile of grass in your fillet will just wet out and you can just run away from it. And it's not doing that. So again, I'm gonna kind of build up each side of the pack. And obviously, the more skilled you get at screwing a fillet, and the prettier the fillet finish raw is, the less finish time, the less finish work it has to do. So again, I lost my. It's almost like I hit this short fingers a little bit. Trial and error thing to understand how big to make your fillets. You will, certainly you're going to take a certain amount, if you're going to actually finish the thing and make it look beautiful, you know you're going to be taking a certain amount of material away. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the dots here. And so I'm going to position this thing where it's basically where the majority of my work surface is going to be level, and this is exactly how I want to put it in there. And the trick is knowing how much material to put on there, so I'm not have hours running the material away, but enough to where I'm not going to have any voids once I go to finish it. So what I do on this is I try and get this area to heat up relatively at the same time. And if I do this right, each end of the fillet that's on there, the top and bottom of the fillet, will essentially wet out and will wick underneath that too, if I do this right. So again, the trick is not being in too big a hurry. Now I can see that my fillets are starting to get a little, I felt like it was getting a little hot there, but my brass wasn't quite ready to move yet. So now I'm going to move my heat a little bit more to the brass that's on there. Now can you see that wetting out? It just sweat all the way across there. So basically I know it's ready to start adding more brass in. when it gets too hot, it basically you can start sucking grass underneath, and your fillet just keeps what you're starting to do. So I just backed off for a minute to let it cool. Come back in and add more grass. What I'd like to do, there's kind of the steps right there. I'd like to smooth those out. Again, if I keep the flame biased to the thicker side, this is that fine flame. Stop messing with it. That's as good as it's going to get. So I'm not being loose. It's a little more, but a little prettier. So that's good enough on that side. So again, the same thing here. I don't know if you guys can actually see this happening. But what I'm going to do is heat up the heat, the different rates of heating that are happening. You can cut it and heat up the same rate, and then basically just essentially, if I touch that grass over there, it just ran across there. The thing is so ready and so primed that as soon as I melted the ends of these fillets, it just bridged across. So that I knew that whole surface is just absolutely ready to be braised. So that one's laying up really nicely. Wish I could stop there, but no. And I'm keeping track of essentially where that joint is underneath your grass. And really, where's the center of that? Let's take the fillet right here. And I'm really doing it over the center of the miter, and I'm kind of losing track of where that miter really was. So, big finish, come on. Let's smooth that out. Just going to do this last little step right here. If I can do it. Oop. Let's kind of keep chasing the problem around the third. I'm going to stop. So, and that, you pretty much could come back and clean that up without a ton of thing. Any questions? So, that's how I came up with it. Yeah, that's easy.
So how would you finish this on a bike? Kind of grind it down a little bit?
You know, that's a really tricky thing because it's so easy to undercut the tube itself. What I like to do is I like to take a fairly flat nail, fairly coarse file, and chip the flux off. You could take it off, I guess, again if you guys. Sometimes I actually take the end of the file, just a really flat file, and just kind of bump it and break the flux off. Then I might take a fairly coarse background and just start kind of hitting the high point and working it down.
Yeah.
I'd also, part of it, it's kind of a series of steps of everything. At some point I take some really coarse shop roll and rip it into fairly narrow strips, like quarter inch, and I'll basically work it. But what I want to avoid doing is actually having a really deep groove in my fillet, and so I'm constantly kind of feathering the cut, and I want to work it to the edge without actually cutting into the tube itself, and just keep feathering out to the edge of the grass. Another thing that works out really well is when I'm getting it closer to where being finished, I take like a 1 inch wide band with maybe 100 grit shop roll, and I'll basically drag it across and using my thumb as a pressure point, and I'll essentially cut it across, instead of cutting it, sawing it with down the valley, I actually put it across the valley. And basically, when you come back with that like 100 grit, if you get a nice, you basically, it's done, you see a nice even kind of a buff mark all the way across the fillet. And it basically goes from edge to edge, and it has that same texture with the shop roll left, and you know that it's basically all pretty smooth, and even if there aren't even really low spots that you're missing. So it's really it's a series of steps. You know, if I really have something big I need to hog off, I'll use a quarter inch die grinder with kind of a spiral abrasive plane on it, and work with that. There's Dynafiles, which is basically a really small felt dry tool. I've never actually built one of those, but I think those could be helpful, but really dangerous too, so through the flames and heat. So that. So really it comes down to just getting really comfortable with the heat. And if I did this more often, I could actually make it prettier. And if I had my torches that I was really comfortable with, then both sides should be like that. This side is really embarrassing. This side, basically, there's not enough grass right there. When you go to finish it, it's going to be deep in right there, and it's not going to be as symmetrical. And that's not bad, but for this side, to me, there's more material that I can actually smooth out now, and it won't be so paper thin. The grass won't be so reduced. And essentially, you've got an inch and 8 tube, an inch and quarter tube, and you're trying to bridge that differential of tubing with a nice even transition. And say it's that balance of putting enough material on there and getting it in the right shape with the torch, and then minimizing your finish time. So for your first bike, you should be happy that it doesn't break. So what I typically do with this is I'll destructive test this. If I was using a tubing I'd never used before, or a resin filler material that I'd never used before, I always do a sample tube. And then what I would do is I would put this device and I'd put a lever on here, and I just basically want to make sure I can hold the tube without cracking the ribs. We probably broke one before, didn't we?
I haven't seen. I don't remember last year.
I think I did a demo over at the other building and I think of those we actually did break them. So, what was that?
I've got to go.
Okay.
But thank you very much.
You're
That
very
was
welcome.
interesting.
Okay. So now it's just a matter of practice.
Yeah.
And
Thanks for coming.
and yeah, so definitely get comfortable with trying different tips. You might be. I was using a 0 and aught. You might be happier running a number 1 and maybe just a little softer flame, a little lower flame. It may heat up better for you that way. Not everybody's going to be. If I set you up with the exact same setup I use, you might not do as well with it as if you changed it a little bit. Like say little bit different settings, a little colder flame, a little hotter flame, whatever works better for you. So that's any questions?
I have a. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you add the brass, like, is the brass adding any strength to the bond, or is it mostly just to heat up the steel?
The brass is creating the strength at the miter. So at that small intersection of the actual where the steel is touching itself, the brass is creating the bond there. The fillet is sort of bolstering that. It's adding the fillet is only as strong as the brass, but where the brass is actually micro thin, where the miter is, essentially it's stronger than the brass because it's holding that shape of the tube next to the tube. So that bond there really is stronger than just if it were all brass. But the fillet essentially, the extra fillet material is all brass, and it does add some integrity. It also creates, or essentially it's sort of a natural non-stress riser, or it's a transition between the two tubes to disperse stress and disperse loads. So it also looks pretty when it's done. So do we want to wrap this up in here? I'd be happy to answer questions till the cows came in.
Yeah, I think if we wrap it up here, we can go over by our cage and we can
Okay.
answer any more questions. So.
Great.
Yeah. Let's get this cleaned up then.
Okay.